Susan Roberti, and welcome. Welcome to Let's Talk Tail Waggers. I have the bestest person today, a very true friend to Let's Talk Tail Waggers. Lynette's here today.
Good morning.
Good morning. But before we get started, I want to say thank you to my camera person. Thank you, Dave. You know, BPTV is all volunteers, and you are more than welcome to come up and do a show, learn how to do cameras, just stop in and see what's going on. But it's lots of fun to do a show. July the 4th will be my 20th year. My first show aired on July the 4th, and 20 years ago. I can't believe it. And it's just always been fun. You'd love it. If you have a passion about something, or you really feel that you have something to say, come up and talk to Dave Cable. He's a wonderful young man. He runs the whole thing. And if you come up and share with him, I'm sure that he'll reassure you and let you know that you are needed. Everything I think anybody has to say is important. I really do. So now that I said that, hi.
Good morning.
I'm so glad to see you.
I'm glad to be here as always.
Yeah, I know. And who did we bring today?
We have Rebel with us today. And Rebel is...
And Lynette is from the Washington Area Humane Society.
Yes. And Rebel is one of our adoptable dogs. He is about 6 years old, and he's 100% mutt. I think we've determined looking at him that he's got some chow, he's got some Malamute, you think, with those back feet.
His feet are Malamute, his tongue is chow.
He's obviously hound, some kind of hound.
Doesn't he really look like a...
bloodhound?
Yeah, a bloodhound, yeah.
Or, and Rottweiler, who knows what's in him.
Well, it could be Rottweiler, but his face isn't.
Right, with those floppy ears. He's got some kind of hound in him, but he's a really good boy. He's great with other dogs. He gets along.
And he was tied up, you said?
He was a humane case. He was tied up and neglected outside someone's home. He was one of those cases where people see the dog tied up, and sometimes it's education. The people are letting the dogs in, but in this case, he was just simply left outside 24/7. So you can see he's really a nice guy.
And he's kind. And he says, I need to learn a lot.
He does. We're not sure really how well he's housebroken. Probably not, since he was outside most of the time. But he hasn't done anything, I'll knock on wood here, but so far he's been really good with us. And he gets along with other dogs. We had him out at the auto show down in Washington a few weeks ago. He was real good with all the people.
You're all right.
You're okay.
Yeah. Just I hope he doesn't have to go potty.
No, we went before we got here, so hopefully he's all set.
All right, baby.
We don't have any backups today, so.
Yeah, so what's going on down there?
Well, we have got a pretty quiet summer.
He's really a dear little guy. He's just upset because he just doesn't know what he's supposed to be doing.
Right. He wants more action here. I guess we're not exciting enough for him, Susan.
Yeah. Come on now.
But we've got a little bit of a quiet summer. We have a lot going on in the fall. We have a 5K run in the fall, and we'll have our dogs swim on Labor Day, but it's not even Memorial Day yet. So we're going to really kind of regroup and do a lot of fundraising for the shelter over the summer. I wanted to mention really quickly, our U.S. Pets for Vets has been going really strong.
Is it still going?
Still going very strong. And because of that, our funding for that has gotten lower. We're about down to $4,000 in our account for that.
Well, I have some good news. Susie was supposed to be here, the founder of Pets for U.S. Vets. But she wasn't feeling well today. I didn't know. I don't know if she's not feeling. She just isn't here, so I guess she's not feeling well. But the name of the organization that's going to help now is the Pennsylvania Star Wars Collection Society by Lucasfilms is the name of the organization, and they made a coin. They make every year. They make one for Star Wars, and it's one of the little creatures.
I saw a picture of it. Yeah.
Did you? And they sell those, and the money that they make because I guess they go to those conventions
Conventions,
and
and I
and
think
the
we might
money
have
that they make from that, they give
to the shelter.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
yeah.
U.S. Pets for Vets going to be etched on the
Yes.
coin. It's C3PO
and
is going to be on the
and
coin.
all the money they're going to donate it.
So that will
to
be
Pets for
fantastic.
U.S. Vets.
Yep.
So that's going to be wonderful.
That is
But
really
we
great.
are getting low because everything is just clicking and catching on.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know.
We've had, and it's wonderful. It's wonderful to be able to say, we're running out of money, because that means that more and more people, more and more vets are being able to take advantage of the program and take
yeah,
an
and kids
animal
are
home.
getting a new home. Did you ever find out yet if we've how many this year so far?
Oh, you would ask me that.
Yeah.
I forgot to count them up for you, but it's
I don't care.
yeah. Well, actually, I think we had probably close to 30 last time we looked into it, and that was just a few weeks ago. So
Wow. So we have over 250, 280
grand total, yes.
total.
So
Oh,
those
wow.
we just had Burke. He was a beautiful German Shepherd. He was adopted into a family, perfect fit for that family,
Aw.
and they were able to take him home through the Pets for Vets
See,
program.
see.
So
So this is really working. So we have to, and this organization here is being so kind to do this for us, and we just have to keep finding more sponsors.
right,
You
right.
know,
If you want to hold a bake sale, if you want to do a lemonade stand outside, or have a portion of proceeds from something that you're already planning, every little dollar counts. It costs
Yeah,
approximately.
because it's working.
It is working, and it's about $95 on average per adoption. Some of our seniors are a little bit lower for their adoption fee, and some puppies and purebreds are a little bit higher. But it is, about $100 a dog. And that covers all their shots. That covers them getting fixed.
And then they have wellness for a year after.
They have wellness
yeah.
for a year. They're microchipped, so if
Yes.
this little guy ever gets out, I don't think he would move very fast, but
No,
he's
a lover.
microchipped, so he'll come back, at least come back to us, but the owners should register them once they have that microchip, and so they're all set. They're all ready for a new home. They're just waiting for that family.
Well,
What's
we-
the matter? You
we are-
tell them. You tell them.
we are blessed to have Susie Smith.
She's in charge. She's the
Yes.
founder. It's a wonderful program. She's been really diligent these last few
Yes,
years
she
since
has.
she started it.
When she started it, she's just, she worked
Come here,
so
bud.
very hard.
Good boy.
And just kept on keeping on. And now all of a sudden, pops this, you know.
This is a great opportunity.
Yes, it is.
It's
and
really great.
please, if you know anyone that would like to sponsor
Bike
Pets,
runs,
yeah,
poker
Pets
runs.
yeah, Pets for U.S. Vets, would like to
You tell.
step up
Rebel.
and be a spokesman for us.
Yeah. Yeah.
That it would really, really be wonderful
Should have brought
because
him a toy.
so far, like we said, how many vets got their best friends, and the best friends got their forever homes.
And that's how, we say 200 and some dogs, but that's hundreds of people that it's affected, because they're
Oh,
going into
yeah.
families. So there's kids, and there's other,
Yeah.
a spouse.
And
so
the
there's,
broken hearts for a broken heart
Yeah.
makes a whole heart, really.
Yeah.
They're just this little guy here, he's just not used to being. He's very, very, very kind and quiet and nice. And this is just,
he's pretty active. I brought him because he is usually pretty calm, but
and,
he's
and this isn't
gotten
what
worked up here a
this
little
isn't
bit.
what this isn't what he's used to.
Oh, you
Boy,
tell
you're
him.
gonna sing.
You tell
oh
him.
my goodness,
Rebel. Good boy.
what's the matter?
Good boy.
Are you
he's,
all right?
he's ready for his morning breakfast, I think.
Oh.
His routine's off, so you tell him.
He's gonna-
Say,
he's
I'm
gonna
ready for
sing.
some food.
He's gonna sing.
But yeah, we've
you're all right. Yeah.
well, and I was going to mention too, one of the things that we had put out in our newsletter. I noticed his skin's a little dry. Is watch dogs and cats for allergies this season. Everybody's affected. I know I'm affected. I mean, we're all right now struggling with some of the allergy season and the interesting weather we've been having.
Oh, come on, you're all
There's that
right
hound
now.
bark. You tell. Okay. Yes.
Oh.
I don't want to let him go because there's nobody.
leaving. Yeah, he'll knock all the.
You don't knock the cameras over. Hey, you're
Yeah.
ruining our spot.
Well, that's one of the things that I really wanted to talk about today too. Is water, water, water,
Yes.
water. My water show
Yes.
for the summer.
Would you swim?
For those who have watched every year, I try to, I'm just going to talk over him, so it's not his fault, really. He's just not used to, this is something altogether new. But it's so important that you keep water, fresh water for your pets all the time. In the house, if you walk past the bowl, pick it up, throw it in the sink and put some fresh stuff in. Never leave a dish of it outside for them if you have them outside, because it just gets bugs and dirt and whatever in it. They just need a lot of water.
They do.
Because they can dehydrate in 24 hours.
Yes.
And walking them in the summertime is another important thing. If you can't take your shoes off and walk on the street or sidewalk without it hurting you, then don't walk your dog, because their feet are not made of clay, really not, and it hurts them. So the best thing to do is walk them in the grass. If you're walking on the road, if you can get them to go up on the grass, and try. And morning's nice.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
In the cooler temperatures, that's the best time to give them a good walk.
Yeah, because and carry water.
Yes.
With them. I don't know how many times I imagine people think I'm crazy in the park, but I'll walk up and hand them a bottle of water.
Yes.
You know, for their dog.
You see yourself there, buddy.
For their dog. Because the poor little thing's walking, and he's not going to get anything to drink.
Right. Rebel. Sit
Now,
for
what is
Can you
our
sit?
problem? You're all right, big guy.
You're good. You're good. Everybody knows you're here now. Everybody knows you're here. You're a good boy. You're a good
So
boy.
that is, and black dogs,
Mm-hmm.
please don't walk them, any dog, in direct sunlight for a long time. But black dogs absorb the heat so much faster. And if you get your dog groomed, I know people that do know this, but if you just get them groomed the first time, please keep them out of the sun, because they will get sunburnt. Any other suggestions?
And a lot of people think that shaving them is the right solution, but it's not for all dogs. Like you said, they will get sunburned. Sometimes that fur is actually helping them to stay calm, to stay cool.
What's he going over
Who knows?
there?
He found something on your floor.
Are you going to
But-
play?
Come here, bud. Come here. Oh, we're going to say hi to Susie.
I think he's just worried about being in a small room.
He is.
Yeah,
He is.
Huh? Are you scared?
He's got.
Yeah.
He has things to do. But yeah, he's ready for Rebel. I have to say, Susie, this is probably one of our most rambunctious guests that we've had.
In a long time, this is a talker.
You are a talker. We usually get him
Yes.
pretty calm. I thought he was going to be good and calm.
Well, I
but
think
he's
it's
just
the way
excited.
you can just tell that he's just very upset, and it's because he's in a strange place,
Yeah.
and it's little, and he just doesn't know what's going on. What's the matter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Usually there's somebody helping me with him today, but we weren't able to get him out here today, so.
That's all right.
Oh, yes. Okay,
I
you tell
don't
him.
mind if he barks. He's allowed to. We'll sit here and watch him.
But yeah, no, if like he wouldn't be a good dog to shave. This you might
Oh,
think he's got a
no.
thick coat. That helps them almost stay
Well,
cool too.
and this type of dog needs to be combed.
Yes,
combed.
groomed.
And they don't need to be combed down. They
Right.
need to be combed
Just like
up
a
or
curry
brushed
brush.
up.
Yep. Come here,
And
bud.
that way you lift the down coat that's under there, you lift it up and out. And then the
get rid of
shedding
those.
goes away.
Right. And they're cooler, and then they still
Yeah.
have that protective coating
Yeah.
of their fur on, and
Honey, I wish I could talk to you and tell you you're all right.
you're okay.
Yeah.
And he almost has a little bit of a cross-eyed look too. So
I
he's
know.
just when you look at him,
he's just
a-
really trying. Huh?
He is.
Says, I just don't understand this whole thing that's going on. So how's the place going down there? Lots of volunteers?
Lots
Do
of
we
volunteers.
need volunteers?
We always need volunteers. You know, summer school's almost out, so the summertime, great chance for volunteers to come out and walk dogs, to do some of our, also a lot of festivals. I hear ya. Tell me you won't watch. Cuddle cats. I mean, so it's a great opportunity. The second and fourth Saturday of every month is when we do our volunteer orientation.
Well, it's important that these guys get out and about. And like with him, he's been tied up and never socialized, and he just doesn't know how to behave.
Right. He needs a
And
few
would
manners.
learn. Yeah,
You do.
he would learn. Yeah, he would.
Hey, Rebel, sit. Can you sit? You don't know how to sit. I don't want to sit.
This is yeah.
You're right.
This is going to be a noisy show.
The whole building knows he's here now too. Good boy.
Well, Lynette, did we get everything in that we're going to have to talk about today?
I think so.
Okay, because please don't think that he's like this.
No,
It's just that he's in a strange place, and the camera's frightened. They do. They bother
He sees the
dogs.
monitor, and I think he's barking at himself.
Yeah, I really do.
Yeah,
So-
he sees the movement.
Yes, so thank you, and we did get everything that you want to say now.
Yes.
About, okay. And if you want to know anything about anything that's going on down there, give them a call.
Yep.
The information will be at the end of the show.
Good.
So, Rebel, we love you, and thank you for visiting.
Well, thank you, and thank you for your patience.
Oh, that's all right. Don't forget.
I won't forget. Thank you. Thanks, Susie.
You're welcome. I love you, big guy. He says, I'm leaving. I don't care if you love me or leave me. I love you. Well, we have a few minutes to talk. Lynette didn't have a volunteer to come with her, and she usually does in case this is the first time we've had one bark so much. But he's been outside, and he just does not know how to act. But he walks wonderful, and he loves you to love him, and he really just needs a nice home. He's just a big old guy, and it would be nice. We were talking about summer coming, and it's very hard on all the pets. Even your birds, your wild birds, if you could put some water out, but you have to change that every day too. Because if you have a bird bath and you do not change that water, there's a bacteria that when the birds poop goes into the water, and it can almost kill your dog. So please, if you have bird baths, make sure that you take care of them. And I had an interesting thing happen to me. I saw a coyote in my backyard. And it was like, wow. I don't think that they hurt anyone. It's just surprising that I saw him. I have a big forest in the back. And I guess they're moving and coming closer. He saw me, I saw him, he went one way, I went the other way, and I haven't seen him since. So keep your eyes open. If you have a kitty cat missing or something missing, maybe it could be a coyote. But that was exciting. I still am missing John, that guy with the birds. His passing was devastating to thousands of people. I know if you watch my shows, you saw him and the beautiful birds he brought. He was the kindest gentleman that I think I've ever met. But I don't mean it like that. I mean, he has the love and the need. He's been given that to help animals. I have been given that grace to help animals. That's why I do my show, and that's why the Lord sends me somebody always to come and talk to me, like Lynette and Susie Smith and Next week, I'll be doing a show for a lady that captures and releases wild cats. And this is a very heartbreaking stories too, because she finds colonies, they call them, of them. And then they go there and they feed them. And then they'll start to put cages out and they capture them. And they take them to one of the humane societies and they'll sedate them. They neuter them. They clean them, comb them, check them for any wounds, give them shots of antibiotics. They take them back and right back to the place that they got them. And that way they'll be there for the rest of their life. They'll be safe. The males won't fight and the females won't be having babies twice or 3 times a year. But they're an important way of keeping mice under control, you know, the rodents. It's sad that it happens, but it does. And apparently it's really going on over in the city. You know, that so if you would happen to see a lot of kitties when Mrs. Miller comes on the show next week, you'll receive some numbers that you can call, and maybe you would get interested in helping them. It's a wonderful organization. There are so many dear and wonderful people out there helping the pets. But if you see anything suspicious, don't be afraid to call the police quietly and say, there's a lot of cats in that house. No one goes in, no one goes out, because they're finding numbers of cats in these houses that people had them, and then they just leave. And they leave them and close these animals in, and they starve to death one day at a time. There's really sad things happening. So if you would see something that bothers you, the crying, a continuous barking, it's not being a nebby neighbor. It isn't. I mean, if you have a dog that lives right next door to you and you know it's being taken care of and it barks, but a lot of these cats, the stories that you'll hear on my next show are just heartbreaking. They truly are. So that's another thing that I wanted to talk about on this show. I just love all of you, and the Pets for U.S. Vets. If there is someone out there that could be a spokesman for the Pets for U.S. Vets, we would welcome you. We really would, because this is really working and working well. And the money that we receive goes directly to the Washington Area Humane Society special account. The money's taken out. Every time a dog goes and is being adopted, then the money is taken out. Everything is being very taken care of, money-wise, in the pets. This young man here that left, that was talking to us, I hope that Vet comes along and finds his new best friend, and then Rebel will have his new best home. That's how this works. So, like always, I want to tell you that I love you. This has really been a crazy show. It really has been. So, just take care this summer, and remember, water, water, water. And thanks from all the tail waggers.